Everybody, welcome back to the channel. Into this video, we're gonna talk about the top two stocks that all of you should be keeping in your watch list for this week specifically. And I'm also going to be answering some of you guys' questions like we always do here on this channel right after the intro. All right, y'all. Before we begin again, do not forget to annihilate the like button on your way in. And also don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel. All right, so let's get started right off the bat. We got the SPY over here. I told y'all that it was gonna be choppy. I specifically told y'all last week that expect this kind of consolidation in between the zone from here to here, right? We're gonna be chopping in here for a while before we make our decision. I think it's going to go higher, I do, and I think that move might come up tomorrow. If you look on the daily time frame, there is a morning star over here. Today was neutral. That's why there's this indecision doji right there. The next one should be green. And also, if you look at a different perspective on the overall market, I literally just noticed this thing too. Um, there is kind of this left shoulder right there, then this head, and then the right shoulder right over here, right? And this thing should be running all the way up to 4,700. It should. It looks quite clean to me. So definitely watch for more money to be injected into the market tomorrow and for a continuation throughout the rest of the week. All right, now the first stock that all of you should be keeping in your watch list for this week. That one is APA. All right. And APA, the reason why I like this one again for anybody who is unfamiliar with APA Corporation, it's an oil company. All right. And so far, it's been doing quite well throughout the past like few days. It's been doing quite well. And then one thing that I've noticed today was this. If you look on here, you can clearly see that this thing right there. Nope, not too far. Okay, this thing right over here broke out. Right, it was quite clean. It broke out today. It retested, and now it's holding after hours. I think this thing is going to run a little bit higher. It has more room to the top. And also, I don't know if y'all noticed, there was some money coming in on BA as well, which we're gonna talk about very soon. But typically when that happens, they kind of tend to move together. There is mad room over here. All right, I think it's gonna get all the way up to 31.50, maybe $32 within the next few days. Right, there's also a gap to fill on the daily. You go all the way back to like right here. Where is it at? To right to these gaps right over here. Yeah, they gotta be filled at some point in time. And I think that point is this week. So definitely keep APA in your watch list. Now, the next one that, again, I'm going to share with all of you that you should be keeping in your watch list. That one is, let me change the time from to the 3. BA. All right. And the reason why I want to share this one with y'all is because of this thing right there. If you look on I think the daily would do. The weekly looks cleaner though, but the daily will definitely do. If you look over here, there is this just massive bullish pennant that broke out. Let me look at the weekly. Yeah, so on the weekly it's quite clean, and it looks like it wants to run all the way up to 250, and I think it's going to get there this week. If not this week, then definitely next week. This is not something that you want to be bearish on. They had some positive news last week and also some today, which caused it to gap up over the weekend and open up at 228. So definitely watch this one for a run all the way up to 250. All right. So that's the top two stocks. Now let's talk about you guys' stocks of interest. The very first one that we're going to cover, that stock is NUE. All right. And NUE, for those who are not familiar with NUE, is a steel company. And so far, it's been consolidating sideways over here. It's not doing too much. I don't have too high of expectations regarding it. It looks quite tempting to shorts actually. If you look over here, there's kind of this head and shoulders, this left, and then this head, and then it looks like a right shoulder. But if you're a short seller and you're tempted to short it, I would tell you to be very, very careful, because something like that is tempting, right? It looks like it wants to collapse, and if you are too early, like let's say you go short right now and it opens up higher, and it looks like the market wants to go higher. So if this thing open up higher to like 111 or 112, everybody who went short yesterday will be trapped, and there will be a giant candle moving up from like 112 all the way up to like 116 within the next few days, and then this head and shoulders will pretty much be dead. It will be null, and this thing would just keep going higher and higher. So just be careful if you're shorting and you see this and you're tempted. There aren't too many gaps that I've noticed the downside, apart from like this one right there at $95. So is this thing going to get there? I don't know. It really depends on how it opens up tomorrow. But the way the market is looking right now, I'm not bearish on the overall market. So it's highly unlikely. And this thing kind of follows the Dow too. So there's something to keep in mind. All right. The next one that we're going to touch on in this video, that one is Roku. And in regards to Roku, they put out news. They put out some very, very bullish news about $15 streaming player exclusivity with Walmart on Black Friday. All right. Now, it's been beaten down for quite some time, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people. I talked about this one before. How I haven't touched Roku in a very, very long time, because it's very annoying. Like it tempts you right there. Like, oh, this is a reversal, and then you buy it and you have high hopes, and then it immediately disappoints and goes all the way down and down. And as you can see, it had earnings. It got demolished through earnings, right? It went from like 312 all the way down to the 280s and stayed down, and the volume is just low. And right now, it's at a previous level of support, which is right over here, right there at exactly 274. Will it hold? We'll see. We'll see. I think it will. Monitor this one in the morning for sure. This is something that I will be watching. They may put out something else, and if there is a gap up to like above 282, then there could be an opportunity for day traders and swing traders as well. So it's at a critical level. PayPal look exactly like it looks similar to that one. A lot of people had high expectations in regard to PayPal, right, at these levels. Let me show y'all. This is what I mean. PYPL. It looked really tempting over here at previous levels of support. This, if you go all the way back, like this is a previous level of support right at 230, right? And it was tempting, and earnings was in the way, and obviously that thing just popped all the way down. So we may or may not see that on Roku. Again, it's too soon to tell if you got in or if you're going to go in, or if you got in, hopefully you manage your risk, because you just don't know. You just don't know. So we'll see how that one plays out. Now, speaking of PayPal, PayPal actually bottomed. This right here is a bottom. Let me go on to the 4-hour. No, actually the 1 hour. Yeah. So this right here is a bottom. So first of all, there was the dump, and then there was actually a trap for short sellers. There was a bear trap right over here. Bears saw this and thought there would be more blood, and then they got in right here. Shorts right there. Again, when something is beaten down like that and you see something like this, you have to like have some self-control and not go with puts. You have to be careful, because the odds are it's a trap. All right, and I explained this before in the opposite direction in regards to bull traps, right? When I talked about SHIB at like 0.00008 or 9 around there, I kind of like gave you all that explanation. Check out that video if you haven't. But this is a similar scenario to the downside, right? This right here is a bottom, and I do think that it's gonna go a little bit higher, especially with the Nasdaq and the SPY pushing higher. This thing should open up at 115, and the first place that it might hit is 220, and then I think it's just gonna stop there. It's gonna hit 220 and then pretty much just go sideways all the way, like throughout the rest of the week. And then next week it's gonna try to make another move higher. So for this week, watch it for a move up to 220. All right, that's my very honest opinion on PayPal. Now, another stock, the last, not the last stock. There's another stock that I want to talk about. I want to talk about HD. All right, somebody brought up HD. Warning: HD has earnings tomorrow morning. All right, and again, I don't like gambling through earnings. I don't like it. I don't do it. It's the fastest way to lose all of your money very, very quickly. But in regards to HD, it's definitely something that you want to keep your eyes on. Earnings there, and personally, I think that we're gonna jump. I think that it's going to. I think it's gonna go to 400 this week. I do. And the reason why is because of the massive, just this giant ascending triangle on here. Right over. I'm trying to get this thing to. There you go. All right, right over here. Right, this ascending triangle right there. And I think that there's more money that's gonna come into the stock, and it's going to go all the way up to $400. It's not a setup that I will bet against it. It's because of earnings. There's no way I would buy puts in there if I wanted to participate in it. So I will be shocked to see this thing tank. All right. So if you bought calls on this one, I will just say good luck. I will have my eyes on the stock for the pop all the way up to like at least a 380, right? And then a move up to $400. It may take a day or two, but we want to see that good reaction. I don't think they're gonna miss their earnings expectations. I don't think they will. Now one last stock. One last stock that I want to leave you with. That one definitely keep on your watch list as well. That stock is NET. All right. And in regards to NET, that stock actually broke out over here on the 1 hour, right over here. It's a bullish pennant. It's very clean, very, very clean. It is at the highs, and it made up its mind on Friday when it broke out. It broke out at like 200 and massive volume came in. And then today it held its gains. And I think that tomorrow it's going to open up at like 210. And then it's going to sprint all the way up to around like 220 very soon. So definitely keep that one on your watch list as well. And that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to annihilate the like button for the YouTube algorithm. As always, it helps the channel a lot and allows more people to get this knowledge as well. Also, if you are new to the channel, definitely click on subscribe and click on the notification bell along with all notifications. That way you don't miss out on future uploads. If you would like to be part of our private Discord community, you can find that as the very first link in the description of the video below. If you're not following social media, you can find me at Paul Nguma and the Paternology Lab on Instagram and on Twitter. And lastly, if all of this is brand new to you, if you're interested in getting started in the stock market, I'll have some very basic step-by-step directions in the description of the video below. Step 1 to step 3. It only takes about 15 minutes or less for you to get signed up with all the tools you need to start trading immediately. You can also get 2 free stocks that lead up to $1,850 right after you sign up with Webull using the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Nguma with Paternology Lab, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video, right? Enjoy the outro.